Alright, I'm only gonna do like a little bit of quick, like a couple institution quests. Sorry, I wanted to start this a little bit ago, but I ran into some minor issues with my audio setup that I had to work around. I did find a working solution though, so not the solution I wanted, but a working solution nonetheless. So here we're going to start. We're going to continue with the Institute. Alright. VSync looks better for streaming, but my god, the input lag is pretty bad. Even at 60 frames per second.
Let me know if there's anything I can do to
Alright, what quest was I on last time? Pinned and a house divided. Where was the house divided? That's the house divided, I think. No, that's pinned. Let's go to the Institute and start the house divided. See what they have to say.
Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia were quite a handful.
Not really. Oh. That feels awful. It also feels like low sensitivity.
Be reasonable. I know you can hear me. Now open...
What's going on?
What's the use? Dr. Higgs and Dr. Loken have decided to protest your appointment as father's successor. They've taken control of the bioscience security systems and cut off our food supply.
I think we should kill them then. Sarcastic. Always the right answer.
Oh, great. Like I don't have enough problems.
Well, I'm sorry you've been inconvenienced, but solving personnel issues is part of an administrator's job.
Let's try diplomacy.
Is there a way I can communicate with them?
As a matter of fact, there is. I can unlock the maintenance tunnel that leads to the bioscience observation room. From there, you should be able to communicate with Higgs and Logan. If you can't reason with them, you can use this holotape to access the command functions on the observation room terminal. That should give you some options. Just please, try to talk to them first. Use violence only as a last resort.
Hi, Doc.
For what it's worth, I think you're a fine choice to take Father's place.
No way to pick this.
There, it's unlocked.
Oh, I just had to wait for him to stop walking in circles, I guess. Fallout 4's load times are freaking incredible. And by incredible, I mean incredibly long. Let's go in here now. Yep, it's open.
Sustaining damage. Actuator damaged. Fellow synth verified. I am the victim.
Yeah, the mouse lag's really bad. I can't aim for shit. I might have to just turn off VSync just because it's just unplayable. Like, some other games are much better with VSync. This one is just terrible. Hold on a second. Let me pause the stream, turn off VSync, because I can't do this. A little better. Still a little laggy. I guess I've been playing games with more responsive input. Whoa. What's over here? FEV lab. I've already been there.
Aha! I thought I heard something. Made it past the guards, Impressive. If you've come to change our minds, then you're wasting your time.
Can we talk about this?
Father chose not to talk to the Directorate before anointing you his successor. So how about I follow his fine example?
Let's do a speech check. Charisma 3, Charisma 1. And let's drink some beer.
Father believes in me. The least you can do is give me a chance.
How could you hope to lead us when you hardly know anything about what we do? I'm sure you mean well, but you must see that it's an impossible task.
Maybe, maybe not. All I'm asking is that you keep an open mind.
I'm sorry, but our minds are made up. Both Dr. Loken and I have resolved to stand our ground.
Can't you at least give me a chance?
A chance? What do you think, Max?
Even the most fastidious researcher must sometimes take a leap of faith. I say let's give it a try.
Very well, then. Open the door, and let's return to the fold.
Since, abort command override and resume normal functions.
Who's accessed it? Carlin, Waldron. Whatever. Don't care. Put our clothes back on, our normal ones.
Can't pick this.
Maybe it is unlocked here. I think that's why I came here in the first place. Soil pH values. Oh, the first batch ID had was pretty acidic. No, that's not what I wanted to do. The mouse cursor was over the other one. Here? Nope, that's old area. Go back to Newton Oberly. Where is Newton? The Stimpack. So. I don't remember the input feeling this laggy. Maybe it's just from playing Source Engine games for so long. I spent a lot of time playing like Source Engines and Crysis 3 and even Doom 2016, and they all have way lower input latency than this. Alright. Where is Oberly? He, she, it, whatever. You know what I need? I need coffee. Oh, there's.
Bravo. I admit I was fearing for the worst, but I can see that I underestimated you.
What do you mean you feared the worst?
I just didn't want to see anyone get hurt. There is one further matter to discuss. Obviously, some kind of disciplinary action must be taken here. The question of what form it takes is up to you.
Execute them. You know, if I wanted to execute them, I would have done it before. They're on probation.
Put them on probation. Limit their access to quarters and non-working areas.
That's more than fair. I'll see to it that everyone's notified. I'll take that holotape back. I also wanted to offer you something as a more personal expression of gratitude. I know that your work often takes you to the surface where supplies are scarce. I gathered these items together for you. I think you'll find them useful.
Jet. That's useful, for sure. Mentats. Well, it's useful if you want experience from turning in quests. Speaking of which, where am I on that front? Yeah, I'm almost level 52. I think I'm next going to take Demo Expert, so I think I'll pick up another point of perception the next time I level up. start filling out Demo Expert, and I'm considering going with Steady Aim at some point because I much prefer a non-VATS playstyle just because I take more enjoyment in aiming my weapon myself rather than having VATS do it for me. What do we have here? Just pinned is all that's left, so where was the nearest place to pinned? That was Grey Garden, so let's go to Grey Garden. I haven't played in a while, so I'm probably going to be terrible outside of Power Armor. Power Armor is just kind of ridiculous. Then again, so is Ballistic Weave. Air guns. Or this way. Ah, fuck it. Let's go where, here, I believe? This house? Yeah. I want to kill something. I should have killed those guys there.
Where'd that little fucker go?
Ooh. Missed. Stop moving! Laggy input plus moving target means shitty aim.
What's going on here?
You're an unexpected surprise. We could use the backup. These Institute bastards aren't getting away. They'll have to go through us to get out of there. We don't know quite what we're up against, but it's good you're here to help. How did you hear about this?
I'm not sure you know what's going on here. This situation is complicated.
Oh, I know exactly what's going on. These assholes think they can kidnap whoever they want, whenever they want. Well, not today. Not while we're here. So, how do you want to play this? We thought about trying to lure them out here, since it'd be easier to kill them. But then we realized we probably ought to storm the place, to make sure they can't disappear on us. That makes sense, right? So, you want to lead the charge?
Have your men hold their ground. I'll go in and assess the situation.
I don't think that's a good idea. Sir, we have to act now, or else we risk not only letting them get away, but taking one of ours with them. I wouldn't wish that fate on anyone. Are you gonna lead us in there, or what?
This whole thing is just a misunderstanding.
A misunderstanding. Can't wait to hear this. Explain to me how this is a misunderstanding.
You don't have all the information. I do. And I'm telling you, this isn't what it looks like. That man's not in danger.
You'd better be right. If you're not, that man's life is on your head. I'll have my men stand down. But you'd better get in there and make sure you're right.
All systems nominal.
Oh, thank God you're here. I was starting to worry we might not make it out of this mess.
How exactly did this happen?
I'm not suited for field work. I've said that over and over, and they sent me anyway. There was no indication that Wallace had been in contact with anyone or was aware that we might be watching him. If I'd known, I don't know. Maybe I'd have tried to handle things differently. I know he's potentially important to Phase 3 and all, but I'm not sure it's worth putting ourselves in harm's way.
Why did the Institute send you specifically?
They thought I'd be able to relate to him with my scientific background. I know they've been keeping an eye on him for years. Not sure how they originally found him, but probably don't want to know. But once they realized how smart he was and what an asset he could be for Phase 3, they watched pretty closely. I think they even fed him scientific material from time to time to see how good he was, you know, testing him, to see if he was Institute material. Let's just get Wallace and get out of here.
What does this Wallace guy have to do with Phase 3?
Wallace is, well, brilliant by all accounts. Like nothing we'd seen in the Commonwealth prior. He truly has a gift when it comes to theoretical physics. He'd be an asset to the Institute, specifically in getting the reactor running. With his help, we could accelerate the timetable immensely. There's just, well, there's a slight problem with that. He doesn't want to go with us. I was thinking, maybe you could try and talk to him.
Any advice on how to talk to him?
Don't make him angry. Let him know
I'm
you're
not
going to hurt
intentionally
him.
just hitting
In
up all the
fact,
time.
His life would improve considerably.
Up or down? There.
No use.
Nothing like really long load times to break the immersion. He was below somewhere over there. Guess that wasn't the way. That was a much quicker load time, probably because this is an
You
indoor
must
area.
be pretty excited being named the next director.
Won't be able to pick this. Mr. Wallace,
There we
I'm
go.
here to talk to you.
You're another one of them, aren't you? Are you a robot?
Please, try and relax. I know this is an unusual situation.
No! You're here to kidnap me! That's what you people do, isn't it? If you even are people. I've heard all the stories. I know exactly what happens to people when the Institute shows up. Well, it's not happening to me.
I want to choose sarcastic. I really do. But let's do the speech check. Apparently, we can't do this. Let's do this and try again.
Mr. Wallace, I'm here to talk to you.
You're another one of them, aren't you? Are you a robot?
Mr. Wallace, I'm here to talk to you.
You're another one
Please,
of
try and
them,
relax.
aren't you?
I know this
you
is
a
an
robot?
unusual situation.
No! You're here to kidnap me. That's what you people do, isn't it? If you even are people.
Mr. Wallace, I'm here to talk to you.
You're another one of
Oh, Jesus.
them, aren't you?
I just want to skip
Are
through
you
the
a robot?
dialogue.
Right. Please, try and relax.
No! You're here to kidnap me. That's what you... I've heard all the stories. I know...
There we go. I guess you just hit an arrow key. Let's calm down.
Hey, just calm down, okay? I just want to talk to you.
Fine, fine. What do you want from me?
The Institute needs your help, Mr. Wallace. It's as simple as that.
My help? With what?
The Institute has an engineering problem that your scientific expertise could help solve. In exchange for helping us out, you'd be granted access to the most advanced research facility imaginable. Whatever research you wanted to perform, anything, it's possible there. I promise. You'd be safe and secure in a way that's completely impossible anywhere else.
Think about your future, Wallace. This is a way to secure it.
I suppose that's one way to look at it. Okay, fine.
Sounds like a line of
I'll
bullshit.
go.
Okay. I think we've got this under control now. Thanks. I mean, thanks for the assist.
You're gonna bring him in immediately, right?
Oh, yeah. Don't want him to start second-guessing the decision. I'll see you back in the Institute.
Okay, now if I go out, are the other guys going to attack me? Let's go out upstairs, just in case, so I have some form of cover. Because they're probably going to be pissed with me. Minutemen surely aren't going to like that. I mean, they could always punish me by simply sending me to another settlement that needs my help. Well, they're not hostile.
Hello, sir.
Excuse me.
Yeah? General?
Yeah, they're not actually doing anything, so... What's that up there? Oh, that's Grey Garden. Alright. So, where should we go? Should we go back powering up? Speak to Father. Okay, back to the Institute we go then.
I wish you could have known Father as we have.
Father is more than just our leader. He is our creator.
Ah, there you are. I cannot express how pleased I am. Our new guest is familiarizing himself with his surroundings. Yet he's already pointed out several inefficiencies in our methods. With his help, Phase 3 will be ready in no time. And it's all thanks to you.
I'm proud to help the Institute. Here's hoping it all pays off.
At this point, there is no doubt. It will succeed, and very shortly. There is one more part for you to play, and I think you might enjoy.
I think this is the
It
Kill
is
the
time
Brotherhood
to
part.
announce our presence to the Commonwealth, to request that they do not interfere with our plans. You should be the one to do it.
Right. Because no one up there suspects the Institute exists.
This is not a joke. There's been too much posturing by too many groups. The world needs to know that we are in power and the Commonwealth is ours. As the incoming director, it is your responsibility to lead, to establish that place for the Institute's future. Please take this seriously.
I can't
We've
take
prepared
anything
some remarks
seriously.
for you to record. Once you're finished, we'll broadcast them to the entire Commonwealth. Use the microphone here and follow the script. It's quite simple. I'm sure you'll do fine, Father.
Father, calling me Father. How's that interesting?
For years now, You have suspected that the Institute still exists. That we are among you. It is true. But it is not the whole truth. We're here. And we are here to help. Our superior technology represents the future of the Commonwealth. Today, we activate our nuclear reactor, ensuring that we will persevere long after the world above ground ceases to exist. Ensuring that mankind has a future. We have no desire to interfere in the unimportant details of your
Daily lives.
daily lives. We
Still
simply
freedom.
insist
Well,
that you
you
do
could
not
say there's
interfere
ultimate
with
freedom. I don't
Institute
know.
operations. To do so would result in tragedy for all involved. Rest easy. Know that the future is underground, and that mankind will thrive under our guidance.
Well, that was interesting. Perhaps not what we originally intended, but it will certainly get your point across. Now it's time to make sure that everyone hears it. How would you feel about making a little trip to Diamond City?
What do you want with Diamond City?
Nothing with the city itself. This is a bit of a shortcut, actually. The radio station in Diamond City is listened to by many in the Commonwealth. If we'd like the people to hear what we have to say, it's the best way to reach them. Before we preempt their broadcasts, we need to ensure it reaches the maximum range possible. I've been assured that the necessary parts are on site. You'll just need to install them to boost the broadcasting power. Report back when you're done. We should be ready by then.
No Triggerman? No Triggerman.
Huh?
Do I have any junk to sell?
They're having a sale on brooms. Oh no, wait. My programming is telling me we never have sales. Maybe you should buy something else.
Let's see what you got.
The highest quality available.
What do I have to sell? Why am I keeping those in my person? That was a strange decision on my part. Nothing to sell. I have plenty of ammo, so I'm not worried there. Well, I guess I'm going to have to go back to Sanctuary at some point to dump those mods, because I really don't need them.
Yeah?
You think the radio sounds better these days? I'm not getting nearly as many complaints.
Hey there.
Things with Scarlet didn't really, work out. But that's fine.
Alright, so where are they? Oh, there they go. Radio thing with buttons, radio thing with dials, and radio thing with tubes. That's very descriptive.
I haven't forgotten what you've done for me.
Do I have something to read with instructions? Hopefully there's some sort of clue.
Okay, let's try this.
Alright, well, let's install the thing with dials.
Maybe this goes here?
Maybe we put the thing with buttons here.
Alright, in you go.
Thing with tubes here. See,
Oh,
I
hey.
figured out the clue is
How are
there.
you?
Or not. That. Buttons. Nope, that made it worse.
I haven't forgotten what you've done for me.
This should probably do it. Nope. There we go. Wait, did it just say to speak with Father next? Okay, yeah, we'll speak with Father then. I haven't finished the game with the Institute yet. I've done the Brotherhood. You cannot fast travel from this location. Then we'll fast travel from this location. I'm almost level 52. We can take that point in perception. Or a point in strength. I don't remember if I used the... I don't know if I've gotten the strength bobblehead. Let me look in my inventory and see. Well, it looks as though I do not have the strength bobblehead, so I can get one more point on my way
Must make
there.
you proud to see all that Father has done, all that he has built.
Where is the old man? He's down.
From what I hear, that rogue synth at Libertalia was a real menace. Glad it's back where it belongs.
There somewhere, I think. Well, it's a door, so I imagine I'm going into the one of the departments. Advanced systems. Yes, that makes sense. All right. Let us talk to Father.
I'm glad you talked me into coming here.
Safety first. Remember that.
Oh, for goodness sake, I can't find my notes anywhere.
Why are we going in here? Oh, the reactor. That thing you blow up if you choose any other faction. Coffee cup. I was going to get coffee. I totally forgot about that. Yes, I'll take some jet. The curve of this thing reminds me of 2001. Be right back. I'm gonna get me some coffee. Alright, we're back, and I have coffee. I bet you're jealous. Because if I weren't me, I would be jealous too.
Enjoy your trip to the big city. It's done then? The transmitter has been modified.
Yes, it has.
Everything is in place. It's ready to go when we are.
Good. Once the reactor is online, we'll cut into their broadcast. I'll let you...
Piracy at its finest.
This, my friends, is the moment we've all worked towards. After all your effort, the time has finally come to start our reactor. No longer will we be forced to compromise to survive. No more will we need worry about outpacing our resources. My father and I couldn't be more proud of what you have helped us accomplish.
Father and
we
father's
look
father. Would
forward
that
to
make me
achieving
grandfather?
even greater things in the future. The Institute is now truly mankind's best hope. Thank you. All of you. Let your surroundings be a reminder of what science and will... power can accomplish.
Where's the radiation? Low. Where's the fun in that? Because it's offline.
It's almost hard to believe. After all those years of...
Boo. I want to play with the decontamination arch. It's fun. Yeah, that'll do it.
Sean.
It's almost hard to believe.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because my name
All
is
those
Sean.
years of hard work, here we are.
For real.
We've arrived. Look what you've made possible.
I did good work, didn't I?
Yes. Yes, you did. There's more work to be done before the Institute's future is guaranteed. The Directorate has convened a meeting about how to proceed. I'm not going to attend. You should be there as director.
Oh wow, it wasn't enough to clear it. I have like a ton of stim packs. I waste through health because I've got like 300 stim packs. It's ridiculous. Hey, look, it's 2001 again. The space station. Let's go to that meeting. Eventually they're going to tell me to get rid of the Institute. Surprised they haven't already.
I hope they're not getting into too much trouble.
Oh, they're going to hate me. They already hate dance.
Quentin is such a liar. How'd he know what the surface is like? He's never been up there.
Well, have you?
I know you'll achieve great things here. We all do.
Scanning unknown identity. Clearance confirmed.
Hello. Walked right by the door.
May I be the first to welcome you, sir. We're looking forward to working with you.
Before long, he'll be back in the workforce.
I forgot to put on my my hat. Let's put that back on real quick.
I'm happy to be here, Dr. Fillmore. I hope I do the position justice.
I'm sure you will.
Right now, we're all here because it's finally time to stand up for ourselves.
Let's not be dramatic, Justin.
There's nothing dramatic about it. We're in a position to push back, to assert ourselves here. That's what we've talked about all along.
To bring you up to speed, obviously there are groups in the Commonwealth that stand in opposition to the Institute's goals. With the reactor now online, we have the ability to not only expand synth production, but to project power to a much greater degree.
Philosophically, I disagree with the Institute. The reason why I'm joining the Institute is not because of, like, my ideological, you know, like, beliefs. It's more because I've never played as the Institute. It's just a matter of seeing another side of the story. But one thing I love about this game is there's a lot of moral gray area.
It's all right. No hurry.
Even from the point of view of the Brotherhood, the Railroad, even the Minutemen, although the Minutemen are probably the most noble of all the factions, and the most boring. Fucking settlement quests all the time.
Where are you going with this? What's the Institute's goal?
Well, the Directorate has agreed that steps must be taken to ensure our safety in the long run.
Let's just spit it out, shall we? The Directorate has decided that the Brotherhood of Steel need to be eliminated.
As the incoming director, we felt it important to inform you of the decision and get your thoughts on it. So, where do you stand?
I agree. Let's see.
Shouldn't we wait and see? Give the announcement some time to sink in before acting.
We all
They
know
won't
why
go over
the
that.
Brotherhood is even in the Commonwealth to begin with.
We've all agreed that action must be taken. As director, it's up to you and how we focus our efforts in achieving this goal. We'd like your input on what direction we should take. Do we increase synth production or focus on weapons development?
Well, the Institute's weapons are probably on par with the Brotherhood's. The Brotherhood arguably has better armor, but you can't beat numbers. I would say I'd say go with synth production.
Synths are the Institute's greatest strength. The more we have, the better off we are.
Well said. I'll see that the necessary steps are taken. Thank you very much for your time, sir. That's all we have for the moment. I believe Father wished to speak with you once our meeting concluded.
Father has always been a little unpredictable. I suppose his choice of a successor shouldn't surprise me.
Alright. Kinda want to take steady aim, but to be completely fair, I'm getting to the point where I can't get more powerful weapons for the most part unless I get ones with better legendary affixes. So I'm thinking I should probably, like I did all this almost with no VATS. Like I prefer a non-VATS playstyle, but I think I might have to pivot over to VATS to start increasing my damage output as I start getting tougher enemies, just because my weapons at this point, my weapons are and armor are ridiculously powerful for this stage in the game. It's really easy, but if I start pivoting over to a VATS build, eventually, like the enemies are going to outstrip my armor and my weapons, and it's going to start ramping up in difficulty again. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a point in perception for Demolition Expert. Because eventually I'm going to want, like, for my shotgun, an explosive FX, if I can ever find one. And, I think for my Gauss cannon, I'm eventually going to want to replace my Mighty Gauss cannon with a two-shot if I can. Or if I pivot to a VATS build, I might end up going with like a Lucky or a VATS Enhanced. It's a heavy weapon, so VATS Enhanced has its advantages, like the reduced action point cost. But I mean, I have tons of action points. I have 13 agility right now. That's kind of hard to see that from this screen, but as we'll see over here, 13 agility. So I have lots of action points, and I have 10 endurance, so I have lots of, very little action point drain. I could definitely use more perception and luck if I'm going to go with a VATS build. So I'm probably not going to go with steady aim at this point. But definitely with that extra point perception, we can start taking more advantage of like grenades and mines and whatnot. But I'm not going to, for this session, start with destroying the Brotherhood yet. Let's talk to Father first before we attack the Brotherhood, though. We'll talk to Father, get that set up, eventually head back to Sanctuary and prep our power armor suit for attacking the Brotherhood. I actually think I do have a Brotherhood power armor set, which would, it's a little ironic, which is actually kind of awesome. Bioscience, he's in advanced systems, I think. Yeah, he's in advanced systems. Coffee. Oh, I have a Google opinion survey on my phone. Great way to get free Play Store credits if you don't use the app. But that's not why I picked up my phone.
Surplus power should translate to increased efficiency and productivity.
And if you're wondering the reference for the name of the stream, yes, it's from the Suicidal Tendencies song.
I assume they made their intentions known? It was difficult for them to reach the decision to engage in open hostility. What about you? You agree with their decision?
There's no good answer. Taking action puts us at risk, but inaction could be deadly.
And yet, as a leader, you must make those hard choices. You know, Father, It's no secret that you worked with the Railroad in order to first reach the Institute. The depth of your involvement with them has been called into question repeatedly. I'm sure you can guess by whom. You can imagine my relief when I learned
I killed them with the Brotherhood already.
Apparently, already taken care of that problem. I am sorry. I know it was likely difficult for you.
It needed to be done, and so it's done.
Make no mistake.
15 easy Play
It's
Store
never that
credits.
easy. Not for any of us. There is obviously one final threat the Institute faces.
Sure, there's always one last thing.
You're not wrong, I suppose. There will always be issues that need to be dealt with, but this is something else entirely. The Brotherhood of Steel covets technology, and has made it clear that we cannot peacefully coexist. They will eventually come for us, and attempt to take what we've spent so long creating. We need to destroy them before they can destroy us.
I agree.
Destroy them? What exactly do you mean?
I mean we eliminate all Brotherhood forces in the Commonwealth. But the problem with the Brotherhood of Steel goes beyond the edges of the Commonwealth. It's not enough to destroy them here. There are more of them out there in the world, Father. And they too will come for us.
Not necessarily. Teach them a lesson? They'll stay away.
That is precisely my intent. We will teach them a lesson. We will show them that if they interfere with us, the very technology they value so highly will be turned against them. We will teach them that we can appear at a moment's notice, wherever we please, and they cannot ever stop us. They will know better than to ever interfere with us again.
Well, it's alright, because I've already, like, sabotaged their efforts of getting, like, a part they needed for Liberty Prime, so yeah, there's always that.
So we're just going to attack them.
There's a plan that's a little more involved than that. Dr. Watson should be in the lab. He will explain the details to you. Time is of the essence.
So many projects, so little time.
We'll need to update our safety procedures for the new reactor.
Good, but that's not why I'm here talking to you.
Dr. Watson,
Did you need
truly
something?
be the key to our future.
any special projects going on that I should know about?
Are you referring to something in particular? Has something happened?
Sean says it's time.
Oh, well, I guess it's been coming. I suppose we should get moving. Let's go, Rosalind. Sean says it's time.
What now? I'm still working over the code that robot.
Rosalind Franklin, one of my favorite scientists of all time.
I know, but we need to move quickly on this.
Rosalind Franklin was an X-ray crystallographer who did all the crystallography on DNA that James Watson and Francis Crick based their analysis on to find the double helical structure of DNA. And the funny thing is that they weren't supposed to be working on DNA, and she didn't get the Nobel Prize for it. Some argue it's because she's a woman. I would argue it's because she was dead and it's not awarded posthumously. Alright, so where are we going?
Want to fill me in on what's happening?
Dr. Orman has done most of the hands-on work, so I'll let her explain the basics to you.
Okay, thanks. Is this really exciting, or is it just me? So, you know that the Brotherhood's main operation is at the airport, right?
I'm aware of that, yes.
Okay, good. If they were a little less intelligent, we wouldn't even be talking about this. We'd have just swarmed them with synths. But they're not idiots. They've managed to generate an EM field that's messing with our ability to relay in.
What sort of EM field? What's it doing?
Basically, just scattering any suitable complex signals, like the ones from our relay, preventing us from getting close. So the immediate area around their encampment is a no-go. They don't, however, have the entire airport covered. We can relay you in to a point at the edge of the airport, and then you can get in and take down the generators.
Am I going to know these generators when I see them?
You should, yeah. They're just blanketing the whole spectrum, so there should be quite a light show. You'll have surprise on your side. Should give you some time before they can organize a real defense. For every generator you take down, it means we can start relaying in synths, giving you even more of an advantage. And, oh, I almost forgot. Take these.
And these would be...
Oh, you'll like this. This thing, and I haven't come up with a good name for it yet, it basically deploys a beacon marker. Wherever they land, we can lock onto them and relay synths directly to that position. If there's a hotspot, you can drop synths right on it. We've only got a few of these, so put them to good use. Don't go tossing them into the bay.
That sounds almost like fun.
Oh, great. The day is won. I can see it now.
We'll see what you think when you're neck deep in Brotherhood soldiers. Your real job will be to reach Liberty Prime. You know the deal with that, right?
It's the Brotherhood's giant robot.
Right. They think it's their ultimate weapon. We're going to show them it's ours. We've taken everything we know, made a few modifications based on what we think they've done with it in the past 10 years. And, this part was my idea, uploaded the whole thing into a modified synth, capable of delivering the virus directly into Liberty Prime. The little guy is going to be exposed and vulnerable, so you'll have to keep an eye on him. Make sure he doesn't get shot, you know?
What exactly is this virus going to do for us?
Well, if nothing else, it'll take over the weapon systems, and establish their airship as a primary target. You can figure out what happens next. So your end goal is ultimately pretty simple. Get to the robot, then hold the position while the synth does his thing. Oh, and don't worry, we'll pull you out of there before everything explodes.
If you've got
But I
any
want to see it
questions,
explode.
This is where you ought to ask. If not, they're probably ready for you upstairs in the relay room.
What happens to Liberty Prime after this?
He'll have several hundred tons of airship crashing down on top of him. That's about it. If you've got any questions, this is where you ought to ask. If not, they're probably ready for you upstairs in the relay room.
Have we got a plan B?
Seriously? No, this is it. Don't worry, it's going to work. If you've got
That's
any
pretty
questions,
confident.
this is where you ought to ask. If not, they're probably ready for you upstairs in the relay room.
What have I got for backup?
With our reactor online, once the field is down, we can throw everything we've got at them. And believe me, we will. If you've got any questions, this is where you ought to ask. If not, they're probably ready for you upstairs in the relay room.
No questions. Let's do this.
All right, good luck. I'll send word that you're on your way up.
First, I'm going to fast travel to Sanctuary and prepare.
You know what?
Never built one yourself.
Look here in Sanctuary, prepared for the future.
Go back to the Institute, and that's where we're going to end the stream. Alright, well, I think this is where we're going to end the stream, so let's quit save with the exit save and confirm to go back to the main menu. We gained a level, we finished a couple quests. I think it's been a pretty good run. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I bid you adieu, and I will see you next time.